What is just stupidly overpriced? Funerals. I definitely think that add-ons for funerals are sold like Biggie sizing your Happy Meal. And the concept of memorializing a person for eternity has been sold as bare necessity. But I do know that the pomp and circumstance a lot of people need to lay somebody to rest costs money. I want to see people honored in their death, but spending $5,000 on a pine box does not make sense to me. Last funeral I was involved at, the planning of the guy from the funeral home kept saying things like pure flower package is $X amount, but between you, me and these four walls, just go to a local flower shop, it's all we do and it'll be cheaper, or the urn is $X amount. But do you have a container that may have been meaningful to the deceased? We can easily use it instead. Real stand-up guy. That feel when even dying is expensive nowadays. Can't have that, either. College books. Especially when they say you have to buy the newest copy every year. And then never once actually use it. Except for that one paragraph on page 394 that the professor could have easily given you a photocopy of. Turn to page 394. Imagine not pirating books. Also, for legal reasons, this is a joke. Concert tickets. AKA Ticketmaster. Fuck their fees. I thought I was on the school box office site when I was on one made to look like it. I bought 2 reasonably priced NCAA basketball tickets, and when I went to check out it went up to $70 with fees. Found the school website and checked out for $26 total. Anything tied to a wedding. Friend of mine needed a generator for a wedding. He booked it as a corporate event to get cheaper hire. When the company arrived to set up and saw it was a wedding, they demanded extra money, because it was a wedding. Same location, same generator, same rental period. Did he have to pay more? I wonder what the legalities behind this are. Obviously it was a merger between 2 companies. Matsumura Fish Works and Tamarabuchi Heavy Manufacturing Concern? Weddings are really expensive, but since most consider them to be the happiest day of their lives, it's probably worth it. Bean burritos from Taco Bell. Them bitches used to be 59 cents. Due to cheesy gordita crunch is like $4 now. Every time I order a cheesy gordita crunch, the price is a surprise. It's like it keeps going up every month. Seriously. I have to be in a high roller mood to order one now. The burrito supreme is close to $5 now, which is crazy because you're getting close to legit taqueria prices. TI-84. I could get an old cell phone from a dumpster that's 10x as powerful. Why the fuck they still charging $80 or more for these things? Edit, just looked it up. I have a TI-83 from school which still costs $90 new. IT-84s are over $100. Highway robbery. The craziest part is you can download a free T-84 app on your phone with most of the functionalities. But a school won't allow phone usage on an exam. Neither will a testing agency. Because you can cheat. You can definitely cheat quite a bit with a TI-84. Foods and drinks at movie theaters or sporting events. I can answer for the theaters. They don't actually get much, if any, of the ticket sales. A lot of their operating budget comes from the snack bar. Which is why I'm happy to pay for overpriced popcorn and drinks at smaller cinemas. The larger chains can get fucked. If I'm paying £15 for a ticket, then I'm smuggling food in from Tesco. Me smuggling in an entire grill and some baby back ribs because that is how King Kong would want me to enjoy watching him murder Samuel L. Jackson. That's really interesting. But I'm still not buying their overpriced Coke. Printer cartridges. ETA, wow, so many likes, comments, and helpful suggestions. Thanks everyone. Let us continue our battle with Big Cartridge. Get a laser printer, be sure to Google how easy it is to refill its toner. You'll get several years out of a single cart by refilling it. Watch that dust though, it's plastic and a carcinogen. We have a Brother HL2270DW laser and the original half-filled toner is just starting to go bad. Bought that printer around 2010. We're thinking of getting a new printer as Brother's iOS app has never been updated and its age is really starting to show. Thongs, minimal amount of fabric and goes for more than a t-shirt. You can get a good pair of thongs in house for like $10. The language barrier is real. The Great Language Barrier Reef. And if you have a blowout, you can fix M with a bread bag tag. Have you seen how much Philadelphia cream cheese is right now? You don't appreciate how expensive cream cheese is until you make a cheesecake and you're hoping to God it bakes okay because it was like $30 in cream cheese. If you have an Aldi nearby, their cream cheese is $1.25. Last time I made a cheesecake, it needed 8 8-ounce blocks I believe, so about $10 at Aldi. Of course when I made it, I didn't go to Aldi, and it was about $28 like you quote. Damn, our Aldi has blocks of cream cheese for like 86 cents. Mental health services. Blessings upon blessings to the mental health professionals who offer sliding scales. Currently in addiction therapy, only attended 4 sessions, and my outstanding balance is almost $1,100. Mind you, besides the first initial session, 45 minutes, every other session has been no longer than 25. Edit, this is also after insurance coverage. They make it so difficult to get treatment. And people are so judgmental when we don't. I wish you much luck with your recovery. And nothing makes it easier to quit drugs than financial destitution and the threat of homelessness. Damn, not only dying is expensive, now being sad is expensive, too. Housing. And renting too, straight up more affordable to get a loan on a house than rent emo. Where I'm at, rent is outrageous but actually cheaper than a mortgage payment on the same home with a 20% down 30-year mortgage. With rent, you have the privilege of paying someone else's mortgage. Yay! One bra is like $40. Except I have big honkers, so I'm forced to pay upwards of $80 for a bra because the only place I can get them in my size is Lane Bryant or Torrid. I've always said I don't need a bra, I need a shelf. Literally. I absolutely need a shelf. I was going to make a sarcastic suggestion you head to Home Depot then, but then I remembered lumber prices right now, and I'm not sure you'd be better off. American cereals in non-American countries. $15 for a box of Lucky Charms? No thank you. And they usually taste stale. Also, the stores that sell them are usually money laundering places. Tesco is laundering money? Honestly, wouldn't surprise me. I think they mean the US candy shops you see around. That would explain why they can afford prime real estate despite having no customer 90% plus of the time. Oral-B toothbrush refills. I buy the generic heads from Amazon for my Sonicare and they are perfectly adequate. My Oral-B ones from Amazon fall apart more quickly, but that's actually a plus because I remember to change out the brush more regularly. I've been buying off-brand replacements, $15 for 3 instead of like $26. Houses today. My wife and I have been told we can sell our current house and make $200,000 off of the sale after paying off the existing mortgage and fees, but what the hell could we afford after? We sold our house in Seattle a year and a half ago. Wife looked at Redfin and it's estimated to be worth $200,000 more than what we sold it for. I said yeah, but if we waited to sell it for that much the house we bought would probably be even higher. As it was, we had to move 50 miles away to find a house we wouldn't have been outbid on and could afford. That's another thing. Sell the house then have to go through the motions of looking for another one. The entire country of New Zealand. Lamau, this made me laugh. Only because I get it, I moved from NZ, Dunedin, to fucking Barcelona, and boy life is a lot cheaper here. Healthy food is ridiculously cheap here. Only downside of that power and water are a bit more expensive, but I can't complain, I'm in Spain. Mad rhyme. I feel this as a Kiwi. I also read that as you want to buy my whole country. Elon? Elon, meaning the bird, the fruit, or the people? Rent. I feel like $900 per month should at least get you a nice cardboard box to live in. Like one of those big reinforced refrigerator ones with a removable top flap you can use as a door. I guess you can buy a new fridge each month and build yourself a mansion within a few years. Cosmetics, the markup on luxury brands especially is massive. Yes, mascara. It's like 9 milliliters of black glue. Why is it 20 pounds? I get sample sizes now. Expiration dates for mascara are actually pretty short and I never use a full tube that fast. They also dry down a bit faster cause I hate goopy mascara. I found Essence/Princess in a BuzzFeed article of all things, and it is by far the best mascara I've ever used, and it costs $5. It goes on great, doesn't dry out in the tube, and is long lasting. Ulta sells so much of it they literally have about 200 of them loose in a bin in the store. And to top it off, being a woman is also expensive, apparently.